homemakers, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is just going to be some realistic everyday cleaning. I take care of some dishes and then later on I do some laundry. So right here I started out by unloading the dishwasher, and this was actually before I had dropped Lexa at school, so I was just taking care of this while the girls were eating their breakfast. And what I typically do after I drop Lexa off at school is go to the gym, and then Kinsey, if she doesn't have school, she only has school twice a week. So if she doesn't have school, she'll go to the little child daycare for like an hour while I work out, and then I come home and shower and get ready for the day. So you guys will see a little bit later an outfit change where I look a little more presentable, and that is because I have showered and gotten ready for the day at that point. But anyway, I will let you guys enjoy some music while I finish cleaning up in the kitchen. If you're new here to my channel, welcome. As you probably guessed, my name is Christina. I've been married to my husband, Aaron, for almost 16 years. We'll make 16 years this May. We have two daughters, Lexa, who's almost 6, and Kinsey, who is almost 4. We are in Texas. We've been here for a year renting. We were originally from Louisiana, but been living in Michigan, and so we made that move to get further down south. We've been renting. We just made a year here in Texas. If you guys are not new, you probably think isn't that crazy? It flew by. Back to the ones of you who are new, we are building a house, just a cookie cutter in a neighborhood. We haven't got to pick anything or anything like that, but we're going to be moving there at the end of March. So a little update on that for you guys at the end of this video as well, for those of you who've been following along with that, but that's the basic information. So yeah, we'll be moving before too much longer, in about 5 weeks or so. So stay tuned for all of those videos as well. And if you are new, I'm so happy to have you, and I hope you'll go ahead and subscribe. Okay, so probably about 1 to 2 years, I want to say 2 years ago, I started using the little dishwasher pods instead of using like powder or liquid dishwasher detergent. And these are the ones that I've been getting lately, just the Sam's Choice or Walmart brand. This is Members Mark, which is the ones from Sam's. I saw where someone had said that you don't actually put that in the little space in the door that's made for dishwashing detergent. They said their dishwasher repairman told them you just throw it in the bottom of the dishwasher, and that's how it's supposed to be like used and works properly. And I've been doing that for about a month now, and I have to say I actually think that I notice a difference in how those wash. So I'm just going to continue to do that, but I want to let you guys know in case you use those dishwasher pods. Now I was just testing it out just to kind of see how I liked it, and I think I'm just going to keep doing it because so far so good. Adore me, adore me, go ahead now.
gonna take Lexa to school, and she's finishing her homework. And me and Kinsey are gonna go to the gym. She calls it the jungle because she goes and plays, and I guess she's just associating jungle and gym, the words. At first I was like, why are you calling it a jungle? So when we come back, we're gonna be doing some laundry. I'm gonna be showing you guys a new little thing I got there.
Since we moved to Texas last year, I've been wanting to try out an air purifier for my girls. They've just had a little bit of a difficult time getting used to the new, like, I don't know, pollen in the ear or what it is, but I have several friends who moved here from other states, and they said that they felt the same way the first several years that they lived in the state. It was just a little bit difficult. So my girls had colds, I feel like every other week when we moved here last spring, and so I was really hoping to try out an air purifier before this new spring season hit. And so I was really excited when Morinto reached out to me to try theirs out. This system is a dual air filter, so it pulls air from both sides of the machine. So when you set it up, you do want to set it a little bit away from the wall so that it can pull from both sides like it's supposed to. You guys will see in just a moment when I open it up. I'm going to take the filters out and show you guys. But this system will purify 387 square feet in 11 minutes. So I was really excited to try it out. I wanted it for my girls' room, and I feel like this would easily do the entire upstairs, especially if I leave it up overnight. This air purifier does have a 2, 5, and 8 hour timer, so you can set it and it'll just shut off at that time point. I find it to be pretty quiet. There are 4 different settings, and even on the highest level of 4 for the fan, it was pretty quiet, like a small fan in a room. But there is also a sleep mode if you're someone who doesn't like ambient white noise type while you're sleeping. Then the sleep mode is only 12 decibels, which is very quiet. However, if you're like us and you like the white noise while you sleep, like we turn on fans just for the noise, then this is actually a plus like it is for us. So here I am just showing you guys these thick, sturdy, really nice filters, and they do have them on both sides, as you'll see in just a moment. And I'll be showing you guys the display and everything. Super easy to set up. Literally all you do is plug the power cord into the side of this thing and plug it in the wall, and then turn it on, and it's that simple. Of course, then you can just decide how high you want the fan to be on and what setting you want it to be on, whether you want it for 2, 5, or 8 hours. The Morinto HY4866 air purifier is equipped with a PM 2.5 sensor, which this monitors the air quality in the room in real time and then feeds it back to the display so you can actually see exactly how clean the air is. So the instructions do say to give it a few minutes to actually read accurately, because it takes, you know, a few minutes of monitoring the air to be able to actually give you an actual reading. So if the sensor determines that the air is basically not good quality, then it'll turn yellow or red. And what happens is the system will automatically speed up the fan to purify the air faster. I'm super excited to continue to use this air over this next spring season and see how it helps my girls. So I'll definitely keep you guys updated. But if you are interested in getting one for yourself, I do have a 10% off code, and I'll have that linked down below.
I think I know you from before, and I've been thinking about you. Stuck in my mind and I want more. No, we got a thing going on. Walked up and kissed me on the spot. I'm still thinking about it. I really miss it quite a lot, and I try to see things about you that could make me change my way. I cannot find the thing I'm empty
guys can see, I've been going ahead and taking care of the laundry on this day. I actually was doing really good at doing my 2 loads a day, and then I ended up the day before this leaving that day's 2 loads for this day because I knew I was filming. So I ended up doing about 4 or 5 loads on this day, but don't worry, I really have been sticking to my 2 loads a day. I've been doing really good on that New Year's resolution, even though you guys don't always see that on videos, because I had left it all out to record and then I never got around to recording it. So I was like, you know what, I'll do it tomorrow. So every now and then doing these videos does kind of make my house a little messier or make me a little less like efficient with getting things done around my house. But I try not to let it. Just being honest with you guys, the only reason I had, you know, more than 2 loads to do on this day was because I knew I wanted to record.
You say whatever you want to. You go wherever you need to. So many reasons love.
Okay, so I was listening to a podcast a few weeks ago, and they had these 5 questions that I thought were really interesting, and I thought they would be fun for like a date night. And I actually did them and asked my husband, like I did these questions to my husband because I was curious about his answers. And so I wanted to ask you guys. It's 5 questions, so they are based around if you only had 1 year to live. So the first one is, if you only had 1 year to live, what would you stop doing? Now for me, this one is easy. It's dieting. It's something I'm already trying to stop this year, but that one's easy. You guys comment down below and let me know what your answer is to that one. Number 2 is that I would start traveling more. I would do a lot more like out of the country or like exotic, once in a lifetime kinds of trips, or at least I think I would. You know, I honestly feel like some of these, you might not do what you would think that you would do if you're really faced with the choice of only having, you know, 1 year left to live. So number 3, what would I no longer care about? That's another easy one, probably common, but it would definitely be other people's opinions. I would no longer care what anyone thought about my life or any of the choices I made. And I just think little silly everyday annoyances would no longer get to me. And number 4, if you only had 1 year to live, what would you care more about? Now for me, I think this one would be spending time with my kids. I think I would definitely pull them out of school and just teach them from home and travel around if I knew it was going to be my last year. At least that's what I think I would do. The last and final question is, why do you think that your actions would change if you give yourself less time? Now, I would say that obviously there's a sense of urgency, but I also think that this experiment is a little flawed, but it answers this last question. It kind of goes together, is that if you only have a year to live, you're not making any decisions based on the future necessarily. Now, maybe some of them are when it comes in regards to your kids, but I think in general, a lot of us are planning for the future. We're living our life, you know, expecting that we're going to have, you know, 50 plus years ahead of us. And so I think you can't necessarily answer these questions as a way to like determine what you want to do with your life. And so for me, that kind of sums this up, but it also answers that last question of that, you know, when you don't have to think of the future, your entire life changes. Sometimes I would like to answer these questions more of like, if money wasn't an option, what would you do? I feel like that is sometimes a little bit more like getting to the root of what people really want to do. So if you're looking at those types of questions, I think I would say, if money wasn't an option, what would you do this year to make it your best year ever or something like that? But when you're not looking at the future, I think that totally changes everything. Realistically, it probably would for most people. I know some people answer these questions and say they wouldn't quit working if they love their job, but I think very few people wouldn't at least cut back on their hours to spend more time with their loved ones. So you guys, I just thought these were interesting. Leave me a comment down below and answer all 5 of these questions. I'm really curious to see what you guys' answers are.
Be afraid and take a leap of faith. It doesn't have to be holy, holy. I'm not asking for a God, just as long as you show me some ordinary love. So kiss me in the night, tell me that you're mine. Don't need much to believe, doesn't have to be holy, holy. When it's ordinary love, ordinary love.
So I have a little house update for any of you guys who've been following along. If you have been, then you will know that they moved our closing date for our house up like 4 weeks. Well, then we had an ice storm here in Texas where everything was shut down for like a week, and so our closing date has been moved back 2 weeks. So we're still 2 weeks ahead of the original schedule. So that has us moving into our new house at the end of March instead of our original date of mid-April. So we're still excited that we're running a little early. I'm kind of secretly hoping that they call us back and move it up again, but I don't know, we'll see. When we went and looked this past weekend at the house, the tile floors were in. We had the cabinets and countertops that we showed you guys in the last update video. So really the only thing left to do that's visible is all of the trim and adding the carpet. And I think we still have to put in like light bulbs and stuff, but all the light fixtures were in. So just finishing touches. I think they had to do the final coat of paint. The primer was on when we went there last time. So they need to paint, do trim, and add carpet. All the tiles and all the living spaces and bathrooms are done. So hopefully that shouldn't be an issue for them to finish in 5 weeks. I'm kind of hoping, like I said, that they'll be done in like 3 or 4, and then we'll get to do our final inspection, and we shall see. We are so excited to be homeowners again, but I'll definitely keep you guys updated on all of that. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, I'd love to have you subscribe and turn on your notification bell so you're notified every single week when I upload new videos. I am taking a few random weeks off here and there to work on some other projects, so you guys may have noticed I didn't upload last week, but that would be why. So I thank you guys again for watching. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye.